after a few years of teaching, I figured out, let's say, even for my MBA students, 90% of them, a majority of them, never heard about Tableau and R. It's because these things are pretty new. Excel has been existing for almost 30 years, or even 40 years, 30 or 40 years. So, I mean, the intro to marketing course, I mean, let's say one of the most important concepts is actually product diffusion or service diffusion. It takes ChatGPT 1 month to reach out to like 5 billion people, right? 1 month, ChatGPT or OpenAI, right? You guys probably read that news. It takes, let's say, fax machines half a century to reach out to even 70% of the population in the world, right? 70%. So you see, how that time frame has changed. So that being said, for Tableau and R, it's relatively newer. Tableau, it's been existing for only 15 years. Excel, 40 years. So Tableau is still relatively new. So that being said again, so there are many jobs who require this technical skill. Unfortunately, most students are not prepared. R, it's been existing for 30 years, but it's programming language. There's a significant learning barrier for students or professionals who never heard about it. Significant learning barrier. That being said, let's get started again. So see, let's say I want to show you, some of the features that will differentiate Tableau from R. From Excel, probably R. First, it's easy to use. Then, let's say it's also so useful if you want to work in the supply chain industry. Supply chain. So now imagine, so I think some of you probably assume, let's say I'm a marketing major, I've never do supply chain. Let me tell one story. So one of my students was a marketing major, and he actually found his first job as a supply chain major. And he's working for Amazon. Okay. So that being said again, so if you have supply chain or finance major, Tableau is even more useful or more important. So you see why? Because it shows you inventory management. When it comes to inventory management, what's the biggest challenge? Information transparency, data transparency. Let's say, you need, let's say, if you visit free too late 1 month ago, understanding, let's say, they need 2,000 kilograms or maybe pounds of, let's say, potatoes, and then that need to be ready by 5 p.m. today, and then they need to visualize, that's like a process, right? When it arrives, or maybe if there's a problem, what's the backup solution, right? And then, they need to make sure that information is available to a manager or a team anytime, right? And anytime, anywhere, right?
Speaking of Frito-Lay, did the HR lady ever get back to you?
Actually, the answer is no. Probably they are waiting for us to reach out to them. But those positions are available. So I can definitely, send her email and send those positions to you guys. And because, I think they probably, have it on the website, or probably forgot to send it to us. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So that being said, for a company, you see here, you have multiple suppliers and also probably sales channels, right? So imagine the complexity that, how to integrate all of this information, showcase to the whole managerial team. So everybody has access. That's what equity means. If you don't have access to all of the critical information or content, you are probably thinking, you are not a part of managerial team, right? Or maybe you are excluded, right? So one of the most important reasons for managers or for people to leave their job positions is that, they feel that they are isolated, right? So you see here, using Tableau allows you to share the information with the whole company. So everybody has the same information, right? So that being said, these are, some of the feedback, from my MBA students. And, see here, I think, I want to make sure I choose these stories, but you guys read after class. So in terms of data visualization and also dashboard design, mapping, I think Tableau develops the best solutions. So here next, you see here, I show you the basic steps, how to get it done. You see, for this one, it's pretty straightforward. And we will get it done, probably in a matter of 2 minutes, okay? With that being said, again, let's use the online version, okay? Tableau public. And then log in, okay? So imagine you already logged in once a few weeks ago. Or maybe you already did this exercise a few weeks ago. Now you can sign in. If you couldn't remember, my tip is that you probably use your non-CSUB email. Remember, for this one, I was asking you guys to use the non-CSUB email, personal Gmail account. Because after you graduate, you will not have access to a CSUB email. Okay, secondly, I still want to make sure I share with you some updates about our Tableau workshop for local high school boys girls club. So I think we got some email from the CEO or the chair, maybe the principal, yesterday and this morning. So I still need to make sure I confirm with them. So, if any of you are interested in that extracurricular opportunity, please let me know. I can, include you in the loop. Okay. So that being said, make sure sign in right now. You can definitely read my tutorial. At this stage, I can, also show you from here. See, click create, and then web authoring. So you can create a web, dashboard on the website. Click web authoring, and it's going to take you to the interactive platforms. So you can create your first, not the first one. You can create your second dashboard. Remember, you did one a few weeks ago. This is now refresher. Difference that the content dashboard we are going to create will be different. All right. So you see, upload from my computer. I think if I remember, we actually use avocado_GIS. The reason that we want to use the former Excel spreadsheet. That avocado.csv is probably not a G. You see now data set is uploaded. Right, you click update automatically. It's going to update, the verb information. Okay, update automatically. You see now the data set is updated, right? So now, if you can follow me, and right now no pressure, so I can still try to help you individually after class. You see here, this step involves the same process we did a few weeks ago. What do? We calculate, let's say, total sales. Okay, total sales. We calculate total sales. Okay. So this is how you calculate total sales. First, you click, sheet 1. Right. So this allows you to see the computing platform. Right. The first platform shows you the regional data set, how it looks like. That's what you want. So it shows you the computing platform. Okay. This is a computing platform. So now you see this is like using Excel spreadsheet, right? The difference that for Excel you need a license, not even for free, right? Unless you use Google spreadsheet. So now you see here, analysis. And then click, the create calculative field. Let me show you. Make sure you can follow me. Analysis, create calculative field. And then you can change this content to the text box to sales, right? The reason that we want to include we want to create a new verb which is named to sales. You can definitely do it using Excel, but doing this here probably saves you time. Yeah. Yeah. So let me go back to the last step. You see here, this was the last step, right? This is the data update, and this is sheet 1, right? And then you click analysis, the top column, the top ribbon. Let's say you click analysis, right? Red calculated field, right? And then let's say this is going to be total sales, right? Total sales, and then here you can enter, let's say, average price. When you enter average price, it gives you a reminder, right? Or maybe you can just copy my syntax here. Okay, you can copy this syntax here. This is like something like syntax.
Yeah.
Right? Times average price times total volume, right? When you enter total, let's see what total volume shows up. You know, you can just click, you know, this variable name, and then it goes up, and then, you know, it helps you create a new variable. I click OK. Okay. And total sales being created, right? Congratulations, you finished the first step. Wow. Right? You finished the first step. So now we are going to move to the next step. Let's say I try to highlight this step. We are going to do a trend analysis, which is very important, you know, as a business measure. Many times you will see, let's say, stock trading or anything, you know, anything that involves time, you know, you want to do a trend analysis, right? Trend analysis, right? You drag date to the columns pane, right? Drag date to the columns pane. Let's do it. So I want to put it column by column or side by side. Let's say, you know, this way I can read my instruction. And in the meantime, you know, I can also do the analysis here. This is my suggestion. You know, this is like the first time you learn how to drive a car, right? Help you save your time, unless you have two screens, right? So let's say, you know, now you drag the date to the columns pane. Okay, date, let's find the date. It's like playing Lego games, right? So no big difference. And if you can play Lego games, you can do this. So you drag date, let's find the date. So you drag it to the column pane, right? So see, now we have the columns pane names, right? Here. And then we are again dragging avocado sales to, let's say, the rows pane, right? Or total sales, right? And drag, you know, total sales to the rows panes, right? You see, now your time series analysis is almost ready, right? It's almost ready. This is something that is actually probably also straightforward. You see here, you know, probably at this stage, you probably assume, you know, this is ready. And, you know, I think I want to make sure you choose lines discrete at this step. Otherwise, this trend line is a little bit weird. It's not perfect because, you know, it shows you that, you know, it doesn't show you the details for each year. We click show me, right? And then we choose, you know, lines discrete. You see lines is continuous. And then I think next month lines discrete. Okay. I try to double click again and make sure it's lines discrete. And then, you know, let's say, this is lines continuous and this is lines discrete. Okay, it's still a bit different from the one I read the last time. Let me double check. Oh, okay, one more step, sorry. So here you see the next step. So this is why, you know, let's say doing data analysis involves, you know, let's say taking care of details. Remember, this is also the reason I created this step-by-step tutorial, because the last time when I was writing tutorial, actually, you know, I found that, you know, this step is a critical challenge. You see, this time, you know, if you rely on memory, you will forget. Yeah, these are details you need to take care of. And I'm a human being, I'm not a machine, so I can't memorize all of the details. I have very bad memory. That means that I need to make sure I write down the steps so I do not get confused. You know, when it comes to teaching, I can actually make sure, you know, I follow the base steps. Okay. So that being said, you see here, you are going to click the date in the column pane, right? And you are going to see a drop-down menu. Okay. So in that way, you can visualize the whole time series according to each data point, each time point. Otherwise, this time series line is not perfect. It's not the best way to see show the trend. I mean, some people will probably stop at this stage. Okay. So you see drop-down menu. Okay. We are going to click.
Professor,
Yes.
did you share the instructions with us?
Yes.
I'm not able to find them.
It's here. Discussion pane, the attachment.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, discussion pane, and then the attachment. So guys, please make sure take care of this detail because otherwise the dashboard is not totally wrong. You know, it doesn't show what's going on for each time period. Now you see, I click date, and then I put a check mark before exact date. And then something magic will happen. Let's see now the correct way for you to show, you know, the dashboard. Okay. Otherwise, it shows the general overall trend. It doesn't show you the seasonality for each month, right? I mean, let's say your trend line is probably okay, but it's not perfect, right? So you see, this is why, you know, let's say there is a subject which is named data visualization. And when I was in May, actually, I was a team that, you know, that initial team. We were developing concentration business analytics. There's one single course which is named the data visualization. It's like, you know, poster design. And you want to make sure, you know, when people read this poster, when people, you know, read this dashboard, you know, they can see that this is professionally designed. Also now, you know, there, you see now, you know, you guys probably take a look. You see there's a big difference between Tableau dashboard and the Excel dashboard. Or Excel tables or figures. For Excel tables, you can only see the general overall trend. Unfortunately, if you want to see what's going on for a particular data point, a particular time period, it's nearly impossible. Unless you save it as an image, a figure. Tableau, you see here now you publish, and you can share with your manager or team. You can share with your boss. Let's say your boss is on business trip to Hawaii. He can view it, you know, on his smartphone, because you know your boss may receive like 50 emails every day, right? So now it's a time saver for everybody. Time saver for everybody, right? So now imagine, so we are almost there. We are almost there. So now you know you need to drag type from tables pane to the filters pane. I still want to make sure I do the same thing. You see, this is a good habit, document everything, and then try to put it side by side, drag type to the filters pane, right? And then select all and click OK, right? And then next one. I mean, let's say definitely, you know, yeah. So you see, you know, now, you know, let's say
on the left-hand side.
that's it. That's it. And you can publish as
Dragging two filters.
let's say, you know, let's say just do something simple. Trend analytics, right? And click publish.
That's it.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
There's no way.
Yeah, students perceive that, you know, these technologies are difficult to learn, and in reality, it's like using Excel, no big difference.
Do we copy and paste it to the, okay, and then
You have paste on your LinkedIn page, your resume, and also, you know, it's available for member on your Tableau profile.
and then the part of our discussion.
Okay, so now, you know, I think it's published. So now you see, guys, it's already published, and you know, I think the good thing of this platform is that, you know, I have it's my profile. Now I go to my profile page. Now I go to my profile page. I think they used to have, you know, let's say icon which allows you to show drop down menu, but you know, I assume you guys use your real name, right? And I just do search, and you see here, you know, this is my profile. Right? This is how you validate your work and how your employers can validate your work. This is trend analysis we published just now, right? Now click link. Do not use the fake names, but sometimes you like using fake names. I listed for this profile. You don't want to use a fake name, right? This is my real name, and you see this was published just now, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think you know, let's say, yeah. So for this filter, you know, you should click show filters. Okay, one it didn't show here on the right side. That's a lot. I want to show you guys. I'm probably publish again, right? So you know it gets updated. But you do want to show that, that the filter is there, like, on the right side.
Like, had a little different.
Now, I think that the most important thing, I think we are using up the time. I just want to make sure I show you this, this, final remark, concluding remark. And so otherwise, you understand this is just a technique, and you are business major, you are not a data visualization major. So that being said, now, this is the end. So I'm asking you a 550 word summary or article of the 1 word description of your dashboard. And then finally response to include up here. You see? This is not purely just about dashboard design. So you still want to make sure you see some of the key insights. And let's say first, you see you click conventional. You click conventional. Second, you click organic. You click organic, right? So I want you guys to explain what are the differences between organic and conventional academy come to sales. You see, these trend lines are different.
Where did you get that?
Yeah, you see here on the, when you are trying to publish this, you add a filter, make sure, let's say you click show filter.
Oh.
Otherwise, the filter not showing on the right side. Once you click show filter, click publish again, and you can show the differences between organic and conventional avocados. Right? So now, let's say you can also show the overall trend. So I'm looking for maybe at least 3 to 5 different things. First, what are the trend look? What are the differences between organic and the conventional avocados when it comes to this trend line? What are the differences? And then why? Why? Finally, what does the overall trend look like? And then maybe, you can also talk about differences between 2018, 2019, and 2020, right? Is there any seasonality? Have they heard about seasonality? You see, it's a big deal. And this article shows you exactly how to identify seasonalities and also downward trend, stationary trend, and also maybe noise. And then maybe, also sales forecasting. And then, let's say it's a different tutorial, but, you get the idea how to make your learning hands-on. And how to make sure you also read this article because it's part of grading. And make sure you read it before you even start writing your descriptions and before you talk about, any insights. Because I want to make sure you read this article written by practitioners. It's not written by any professors. So they are from real world data. They are real world examples. And they're working in the industry. They'll be from your colleagues, your boss. So you'll be learning something hands-on. Okay.